Welcome back. As I told you earlier, we wouldn't want to display the complete article like this because the user uh, isn't going to be interested in all of these articles. The user is going to be interested only in a few articles. Therefore, what we need to do is that we need to hide all of these articles and display them only if the user clicks on a button in order to read more about that specific news headline. And also we need to uh, change the font thickness of the header because the header is important and we need to highlight the importance of that article. Therefore, in the index, the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to change the thickness of the title. Therefore, I'm going to say here style and then font weight, bold. This is the first step. The second thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to here, instead of displaying the news description, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove it, and instead I'm going to add a button. I'm going to here add a form with a button. I'm going to say form and then button, and the button is going to have a type submit, and the value here is going to be read more. And I'm going to give this button a bootstrap class called btn primary. Now let me refresh and show you how awesome this is. So now we should have, as you can see, we should have a button for each single article, and we will only display the news headline and the author. And also here we need to add margin top. I'm going to say margin top 3. So let me refresh one more time, and as you can see there will be a margin here. And sometimes the author might not be available. So as you can see here, it says author, but it doesn't display the author. Whereas here it displays the author and the news that published that article. So we need to work on this as well. So to work on this, first of all, I'm going to add here author and then space, and semicolon and then space. And before displaying the author, let me here use if statement. So I'm going to say if, only if, and then if object, if not empty, I'm going to say if not empty object author, like this. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open a curly bracket, and then I'm going to say echo, and then I'm going to echo the object author, and then semicolon. And here this author, actually I'm going to remove it from here, and I'm going to display it only here. Let me close the curly bracket here, and here I'm going to say echo first, and then I'm going to say author, and then colon, and then space, and then dot, and then object. So let me explain this one more time. Here I have PHP script that's going to check whether the author is empty or not. If it's empty, it's not going to display the author at all. If the author is not empty, it's going to say author, and then semicolon, and then it's going to display the author of that news headline. Let me save. Let me show you how it's going to look like. So as you can see, if the author doesn't exist, it's not going to display author at all. Whereas if the author exists, it's going to display the author, and it's going to display the news headline as well, the news that published that headline. So this is very important. So this is actually very, very important. Similarly, for the images, sometimes the news headline might not return an image. Therefore, we need to fix this as well.